Johnson running in the hometown of Make-A-Wish. Whoa! Tommy Johnson smokes the tires, blows up, and Jim Campbell knocks the blocks out. Tommy Johnson wins the race. Jim Campbell hit the blocks. That is a disqualification. The Make-A-Wish Dodge smoked the tires, went sideways, and blew up. And then Jim Campbell handed it back to victory. Tommy's car is parked down there sideways on the racetrack. Safety safari right on top of the scene. Oh, what a wild run.
Well, all right. Round one. Who's going to round two? Oh, off the throttle. No, DJ, don't wreck the new car. Big hit left side. DJ Cox, hard contact with the wall. Car goes back over to the right side. Oh, no. DJ Cox trying to control that race car and just made massive contact with the left side wall. Nick Janik got down through there, 569, and he is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. He is out of the car. DJ Cox, as the Chevy Silverados and the NHRA Safety Safari is rolling. That was hard contact with the left side wall. DJ just trying to win, and you see him up on Sunoco Vision, pulling the safety gear off. That was a brand new race car.
Whoa! John goes sideways and Tommy launches the body. Kaboom! Body comes from rest in the grass alongside the track. John Force's car knocked the tire loose, kicked sideways, went across the center line, and Tommy's car went bang. We both got him stopped down there at the far end of the racetrack after a wild side-by-side run. Tommy Johnson climbing out of his car and walking away.
Sits in the driver's seat in pre-stage on the Lucas Oil side.
So can the nitrous car get in here in the third qualifying section? Free spark plug, slow line. Oh, baby, oh no, making a move out there, and he's in the wall. Everybody stay where you're at, please.
And you can see Castellano's car, the wheel breaking off the car and bouncing down the wall. And man, that thing gave about 330 feet down the racetrack when things went sideways for Mike Castellano. The car pitched, turned itself across the track, slid, and had an impact. You can see the door is open to the race car as the wheel has now come to a stop on the other side of the course. One can only imagine if that was either the cause or the effect of what was violent tire shake that sent that thing out of control. Mike's been on some wild rides in his career, but that's one of the weirdest lately.
Whoa! John goes sideways and Tommy launches the body. Kaboom! Body comes from rest in the grass alongside the track. John Force's car knocked the tire loose, kicked sideways, went across the center line, and Tommy's car went bang. We both got him stopped down there at the far end of the racetrack after a wild side-by-side run. Tommy Johnson climbing out of his car and walking away.
Got to get it off the line clean. Not too much tire spin. Keep it in the groove. Not too big of a wheel stand. Here comes the tree. Fresh start for both cars. Better move right there for Barton.
Oh, no!
Oh, Barton goes right in front of him. Hits the wall. Holbrook gets around him. Wow, that was nuts.
Absolutely, and let me tell you, 957.2 is on the board. Barton came across the center line. Holbrook crossed the center line. Barton hit the right side wall. That was chaos and mayhem. Factory stock showdown. We got Chevy Silverados running. They're going to David Barton as we speak.
Bull trying to get an A to B lap, open to win light.
Andy Whiteley is the #1 qualifier. Andy Bowl trying to take a shot. They leave together. Andy Bowl all over the racetrack. Andy Bowl, hard contact, left side wall. Andy Bowl on his lit, back on four wheels, and Andy Bowl is on a wild ride. Oh my goodness. The car comes to a stop on the left side of the racetrack on the top end. Andy Whiteley onward, but Andy Bowl is on the track. Sparks coming out, and the NHRA Safety Safari is rolling. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, that was just huge contact with the left side wall. You see over on the right side of the screen, Andy Bowl out of the car, walking away in his safety gear, a fire raging under the car. The safety safari is fighting the fire.
Junior's ready. Gianna's ready. We're away on the green. She has grabbed 600s, but she's going to the center line, and Gianna's going to have to lift. She actually goes over the line, and now she goes down at the top end of the racetrack. Gianna Salinas down at the top end, tumbling through the finish line area, and Hector goes 697 for the win. But right now, I guarantee you, nobody is worried about who won that race. Everybody is thinking about Gianna Salinas, and check it out. She gets up and walks back over to her motorcycle. A very scary ride down there, 132 miles an hour at the 8th. The bike was fighting the center line. I guarantee you she's thinking, it's Sunday. Remember what she said in her first round win? I was having to fight it, but it's Sunday. I didn't want to lift. It finally got over on top of the center line, and she hit a couple of those orange blocks. The Suzuki went down. She tumbles through the shutdown area and gets up and walks over to greet the safety safari. When you're riding a motorcycle, your safety equipment is a helmet and a leather suit. And judging by what we're seeing up on the Sunoco Vision, it worked. A scary, scary ride for Gianna Salinas through the top end. She's going to get checked out by the medical folks, and this is not going to be for the faint of heart. Far into the racetrack, Gianna moved first. She was out in front, and I guarantee you, she's going, I don't see him. And she wants that bike to go. Look how hard she's leaning on it. She's got the throttle closed there, and finally it's like, okay. Hit the 2 blocks, and the front end washed out. Anybody that's ever ridden motorcycles know that that's a helpful feeling. Down she goes, separated from the bike, and rolls to a stop. And she gets up under her own power.
Line. So great to see you out here cheering on your mentor, Karen Stouffer. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. I couldn't miss Karen's run. I mean, she's been amazing, so nothing was going to stop me. You fall down, you get right back up, and you learn from it. That's all you can do.
You did exactly that, getting a round win, obviously a crazy run, but the bottom line is the safari was there, your family was there, and the extended NHRA family was behind you.
Yes, they were amazing, honestly, everybody. NHRA, Safety Safari, they came to me super fast. I was trying to outrun them, but they wouldn't let me go. They were great, but it's amazing.
Well, we thank you. We're so happy that you're okay, and now you guys are getting ready for a final round as a team, so go get ready, and thank you. So happy you are back with us.
Thank you.
Gianna Salinas, everybody.
Great to see her on the starting line with a smile on her face.
5/10 Pro Tree. Archie Cohn leads first by a lot. And Jesse Alexander is off the throttle. And Cohn onward to victory. The Stanfield prepared Camaro 812 with an 8 at 170 miles per hour, and a whole lot of smoke down there. And Jesse Alexandra turning towards the left side wall and noses into the left side, destroys the front of that Chevrolet Camaro. Wow. Way after the finish line, Jesse Alexandra, we started to see smoke and nosed into the left side walls. A slow spin, and you see that blue Camaro stopped down in the shutdown. That was way after the finish line, and the NHRA Safety Safari is rolling, and the NHRA Safety Safari is on the scene. One driver gets to move on, the other is finished for the weekend.
Jeremy Ray rolls right in immediately.
Erica follows suit. 5-thou advantage going to Erica Enders. Oh, Jeremy Ray on his lid. Jeremy Ray hard into the right side wall, and Jeremy Ray is back on 4 wheels and across the track into the left side wall. Oh my goodness, Jeremy Ray parachutes out, and that car is now coming to a stop in the center of the racetrack. Erica Enders gets the win, 5.80 seconds, but Jeremy Ray, such a move, went left, then across the track on his driver's side for the most part. We saw the entire undercarriage of the car as he came across the track into the right side wall, then back across the track, and the Safety Safari is on the scene. Wow, what a moment here. Round 1, first pair, Pro Modified, getting after it. Jeremy really trying to win that race. Such a big moment. Everybody amped up. Erica Enders down the track, just ahead of Jeremy. Of course, the safety safari will go down to the scene and handle the situation.
Cars were virtually welded together all the way to about the 8th mile, almost identical elapsed times at the 8th mile mark, and that's when things started to go wrong for Jeremy Ray.
So what we're going to do, let the safety safari do their thing. Obviously, they are on the scene. They're the best in the business.
I missed that. I was talking about Eric earlier.
Eric Latino gets off the throttle quickly after about the 3:30 mark. 5:87 there for Mark Caruso. Mark, without a parachute here at Bristol, going up the hill, and he's going quick, and he's going in the sand, and he's going in the net hard.
Oh,
wow. Mark Caruso, no parachute. You could see the car accelerating very quickly, even though it went uphill. Goes into the net at the top end of the racetrack. Our safety trucks and safety folks will roll, and hopefully we'll get some news from the top end as soon as possible. We'll give you that report.
you know, Lewis, we had that situation earlier this year in Atlanta with Chad's car, and you just hope everything's good. These cars have the ultimate in safety equipment in them. This is the ultimate.
So right now the crew going to the top end of the racetrack.
Blake Alexander qualified 5th in the Pronto Auto Service car. He's got a fighting chance here. Langdon was out of the chute first, and as he gets to the toe, oh man, big explosion for Blake Alexander. The first body-leaving explosion he's had in a Nitro Funny car, and he has done a masterful job of stopping that machine in his own lane. The engine destroyed, the blower knocked right off the top, and it will be Sean Langdon advancing, going 4:011 at 3:19, and Blake Alexander, a fire and an instantaneous explosion inside the race car.
Yeah, Blake Alexander out of the car appears to be in good shape, more disgusted than anything. A lot of times when a funny car has that type of explosion, the biggest concern is the fire. You could see the flash fire from the concussion. The pressure is what breaks the body initially. And of course, at that rate of speed, he's already traveling 260 miles an hour, but you can see the raw fuel coming out on 2 cylinders, probably on both sides. So there wasn't, the engine wasn't balanced, it wasn't running right. He was in the race, but you can see from that pressure, it actually almost lifted that rear of the car off of the ground. But
wow, Bo didn't go 5 feet. Kenny Delco goes 6.9. Whoa, Kenny Delco passed the finish line. That car hung a hard left, went into the wall and on its roof. It was straight down to a 697 and 196, but past the finish line, that thing took a hard left and a wild ride through the shutdown area. Safety team is already rolling down there to check on Kenny, and we'll just wait until we get an official word from the far end. But a wild ride down in the shutdown area here at Vandermeer. There it is. He's already climbed out of the car.
Spevko, Samson Exhaust, all helping out Ty Tharp at the start of the season is Bo Lane. 2 legit championship contenders. Wow, they get close together, and Bo Lane going hard into the right side wall in the shutdown area. Bo Lane, oh my goodness, went drifting across the center line, made hard contact, right side wall, went right in front of Ty Tharp, and is now down there on the top end of the racetrack.
I'm learning this. Kaboom for Tasca. 4:02. 290 miles an hour for J.R. Todd, and Bob Tasca's car just went kablooey. Destroyed a Mustang down there at about the 8th mile mark. Bob's got that thing safely stopped down there on the racetrack, but the body didn't launch off the race car, but it is confetti down there at the top end. The safety safari right there on the scene. 461 at a $162 for Bob Taskin. You can see Bob climbing out of the roof of the car down there.
Jose's up by the center line. He punched the goal. Oh, huge crash! Huge crash for Chad Green. The car flying upside down, righting itself on the wheels as it went across the finish line stripe. But Chad Green, as we just got done talking about his 2018 season, goes on what is arguably the wildest ride of his driving career.
Jose's car made a move toward the center line. He doinked that block, and then Chad just made a violent move, came around, got air under the back of it. It flew a long ways. It stayed on the track. As Brian mentioned, it righted itself on the tires, and we will wait until we get an official word from the top end of the racetrack, but a very scary moment here as we fire off the first two Pro Mods on a racetrack that just watched the car run 588 right straight down the groove. Oh, kaboom! Wilkerson blows the body off. Wilkerson just launched an LRS Mustang, turned it into a roadster. He just climbed out of the car. Tim got the car safely stopped and climbed out, and he's telling the Safari, put the fire out for me, please. Save whatever we can save. That's what Alan Kulinski does. Oh, hang on, Alan. Alan Prusinski's chute came out late. That car went upside down into the wall. You saw the big fireball. Now, the fuel tank on a Pro Stock car is right out in front, and that's why it exploded like it did. The car is coasting to a stop with the fire out at the top end of the racetrack, but a very scary moment for Alan Prusinski down in the shutdown area. Wow, a big fireball for Kevin Kinsley, and a 381 at 320 miles an hour. Take another look at this on the NHRA replay. But Kevin Kinsley made a real mess out of that Texas two-step machine. That thing looked like it started hurting itself about 300 feet and then really hurt itself about 500 feet. I do believe it's still suffering down there, even though it's come to a stop.
Doug Gordon towards the right side wall, keeps the hammer down, tags the wall, across the track, left side on his lid. Doug Gordon sliding, body comes off, parachutes out like Raymond Beadle years ago. Wow. Doug Gordon. Dennis Taylor, that car made a move towards the right side wall. Doug trying to keep it off the wall, went across the track, and the safety Safari is rolling. And there he is, Doug Gordon, standing next to his, with the remaining chassis that is together and disgusted. You can see Doug Gordon, as the safety Safari arrives on the scene.